Hey guys, welcome to a quick knowledge burst on what digital business models are, or business models in general, and what they're not. So let's start with the latter. If you look around on the first 10, 20 or 100 search results, you will find the names like subscription business model, premium business model, and many others. Some find 7, some find a dozen. Others have found 65, and others have uncovered or identified 90 plus such business models. Only problem is, are they really business models? So if the subscription business model was one, that would mean that Netflix has the same business model as Microsoft Office. As an example, Prime, Amazon Prime, with all its warehouses, would have the same business model as Adobe Photoshop, and the Robinhood Gold would have the same business model as Apple News or even your online newspaper, and all of them have the same business model as each other because they're all monetizing on subscriptions. Is that true? Well, of course we know that is not true because none of these are business models. They're all revenue models. However, as I said, someone probably said that this is a business model. From there on, everyone copied from each other, and now the first 100 search results say that these are business models. Well, not so fast. If that was the case, then, as we said, Netflix and MS Office would have the same business model. And if we look at value creation, content creation is one of the main things that Netflix does. Well, not so much MS Office. They create new functionality and improve on existing one. Netflix streams videos to users. MS Office processes user inputs. Netflix has the aim to have a very simple UI and UX. And MS Office with Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, they have fairly complex UI and UX. Compare these two to each other. And even within the subscription model, there is considerable differences. Netflix has mostly individual subscriptions, and MS Office makes about 90% of their revenue from corporates. Even the revenue metrics are very different in SaaS businesses. They are much more similar to other SaaS businesses. And so comparing them on the revenue model does just not give us a lot of transferable insight. So that's what it's not. So please like our video if you liked it so far and subscribe. So let's say revenue models are useful. I don't want to say that they're not, but they're not business models. So let's look what is a business model. Business model consists of value creation and value capture. Revenue models sit here in the value capture section. It is how a firm makes profits and sells their products and services at a higher price than the sum of all the inputs, and there is many. And value creation is around creating things that are of a higher value to the customer than the sum of all the inputs used in that. It is the plan to get to that point. So if a car manufacturer gives you a car, that is of a lot more use to you than if they gave you all the parts. And the plan of how to do that in a profitable way, in a repeatable quality way, etc., that's the business model. So what's the problem with all the business models that they are touted on the internet? They are revenue models, as we found out. And how do we then find out what is a business model? We should base it on value creation. Now, I'm not going to give you new fancy names. We're just going to show you how you could do it and how we have done it. So there's a professional framework used and developed by the MSCI and the S&P Dow Jones. And that leads to investors, millions of investors and analysts using the Global Industry Classification Standard, GICS. And that comes at the bottom level to 163 sub-industries, but not all of them are relevant for digital business models. If you apply the same logic to digital business models, we have come to 11 digital business model verticals. And these are the ones. So that's how it looks like. These are business models based on value creation. These are revenue models. And that's how you should classify business models in digital technology. Thank you. If you like it, subscribe. And this is step 1. So check out step 2 as well.